My name is Keltie Kerney, Keltie Kerney. I'm a retired registered nurse. I know some of you personally on this committee. I've worked with you. And I'm not going to repeat the statistics that you've heard tonight so very clearly from many professionals and many individuals, and I think you'll hear from some more. But I wanted to share with you a little more about the history of Holston Valley and how it came to be. Many of you in this room have family who worked, gave a day's wage, miners, plant workers, to build that facility, to build what it became, through services, through recruiting specialists, through accreditation, through hard work, through the impossible to come where it is today. But Ballard can't take that away because the spirit exists and the foundation is there. But there are some real concerns. There's a major disadvantage, many disadvantages. Access to care, the disadvantage and the costs that have increased. Something that I haven't heard anyone mention yet is, how are we going to recruit specialists, world-class specialists? How are we going to do that? And one of my dear friends who is a specialist said he conveyed that to this committee and was told, I'm disappointed in you. Well, I'm disappointed in Ballard. The leadership begins at the top, and it needs to begin to stop. There's a compromise there, there's a disadvantage, there's a conflict. Mr. Levine is conflicted. He makes decisions to reduce care, to save himself, to get a big bonus. He is incentivized. I know this factually. So when he can close a service, he can save money, he looks good. He needs to go. Leadership starts at the top. And now, this committee has an opportunity to do something about it. One of you told me that you didn't even know what some of these recommendations were about closing the NICU and downsizing. Think about that. If you don't know, who does know? He needs to go. His leader group needs to go. If history is a predictor of the past, look at the revolving door. Denny DeNavarro, Dr. Saluzzo, Eddie George. How many more do I need to tell you about? And they all got big bonuses, memberships in golf clubs, cars, clothing allowances. Do I need to say more? They're conflicted and compromised. So, lives are at stake here. I can tell you personal experiences, one after the other. Talked with one of you about a hypothetical. What if I'm in front of a Holston Medical Group and have an accident? Well, if it's a true trauma, I'm going to Johnson City. And I'm in Holston Valley's back door. It doesn't take a statistician to know there's no logic in that. Just Monday night, there were 2 traumas on Stone Drive. By definition, they would be going to Johnson City again. Last night on the way back from Johnson City, my husband and I almost wrecked at the intersection of 26 and 81. I appeal to you all, please do something. Pray about it, but let me give you another highlight. You can't have a Gideon Bible in the hospital anymore because Ballard says it's an infection control issue. Bah humbug! Something has to stop now. Please do something.
Thank you.